What would you do if someone on the internet offered you $5,000 for a simple job? No interview.no experience required. Just a few easy tasks. One night, while browsing the dark web, I found a strange job listing that promised exactly that. At first, it seemed harmless, just delivering a package and completing a few simple requests. But with each task, something started to feel wrong. And by the time I realized what I had got myself into, it was already too late to quit. I never planned to visit the dark web. For most people, it's just a mysterious part of the internet they hear about in documentaries and news reports. A hidden world filled with illegal marketplaces, strange forums, and anonymous users hiding behind layers of encryption. But one night, out of pure curiosity, I decided to explore for myself. I downloaded a special browser and entered a series of strange links that ended with something called .onion. The websites looked nothing like the normal internet. Everything was dark, minimal, and unsettling. Some pages were completely empty, except for strange text. Others were filled with random discussions between anonymous users. At first, it was just curiosity. I browsed strange forums, reading bizarre posts from people all around the world. Most of it looked harmless, just weird communities discussing conspiracy theories, hacking, and obscure topics. But then I found something that immediately caught my attention. It was a simple web page with a black background and a single line of text in the center. Remote job opportunity. Earn $5,000 per task. At first, I assumed it was a scam. The internet is full of fake offers promising easy money. But something about this one felt different. Below the message was a small chat box and a button that said, Apply. I hesitated for a moment, wondering who could possibly be offering jobs on the dark web. But curiosity got the better of me, and I clicked the button. Within seconds, a message appeared in the chat box. Welcome. Are you looking for work? The message came from a user named Operator. I typed back cautiously, asking what kind of job this was. The response came almost instantly. Simple tasks. No experience required. Payment after completion. It sounded suspicious, but the offer of $5,000 per task was hard to ignore. I asked what the first job was. The message that appeared next made me pause. Task 1, deliver a package. The instructions were surprisingly simple. I would receive a small package in the mail within 2 days. My only job was to deliver it to a specific location in my city and leave it in a locker. That was it. No explanation of what was inside the package. No details about who it belonged to. Just a delivery. 2 days later, a small brown box appeared at my doorstep. There was no return address. Only my name printed neatly on the label. For a moment, I considered throwing it away. Something about the situation felt wrong. But curiosity and the promise of $5,000 pushed me forward. I opened the box carefully. Inside was a sealed envelope and a small USB drive. There was also a note with a location and instructions. Deliver the USB to Locker 17. Do not open it. That night, I drove to the location listed on the note. It was an old train station locker area that barely anyone used anymore. The place was quiet and nearly empty. My hands were shaking slightly as I placed the USB drive into Locker 17 and closed the door. Nothing happened. No one appeared. No messages arrived. I went home feeling both relieved and uneasy. The next morning, I checked my bank account. $5,000 had been deposited. Just like that. No explanation. No message. The money was real. At that point, I should have stopped. I should have walked away and never visited that website again. But instead, I logged back in. A new message was waiting. Task completed successfully. Ready for task 2? This time, the job was stranger. I was instructed to photograph a specific building in my city and upload the pictures to the chat. No reason was given. I followed the instructions and took the photos late at night. The building looked like a normal office complex. Nothing unusual about it. Again, the payment arrived the next morning. $5,000. By the third task, the instructions started becoming unsettling. I was told to leave my phone recording near a meeting room in a public library and upload the audio file afterward. That was the moment I realized something was very wrong. Whoever was hiring me wasn't just asking for random favors. They were collecting information, surveillance, and I had unknowingly become part of it. I tried to ignore the growing fear and told myself I would complete one last task before quitting. When I logged in again, a new message appeared. Final task, $20,000. My heart started racing. The instructions were short. Follow the man in the photograph. Report his location every hour. Attached to the message was a picture of a middle-aged man I had never seen before. At that moment, the reality of the situation finally hit me. This wasn't a harmless online job. This was something much darker. I closed the website immediately and shut down my computer. For days, nothing happened. No messages, no emails, no strange activity. I thought maybe whoever ran the site had simply moved on to someone else. Then one evening, I noticed something that made my blood run cold. A new message had appeared in the dark web chat. I hadn't logged in. I hadn't even opened the browser. But the message was there. Why did you stop working? Below it was another message. We know where you live. Attached to the message was a photograph. It was a picture of my house, taken from outside my front door. That was the last time I ever visited the dark web. I deleted the browser, wiped my hard drive, and changed every account I owned. The money is still sitting in my bank account. I haven't touched it because I can't stop thinking about one thing. If they knew where I lived, then they probably knew much more about me than I ever realized. And somewhere out there, the person running that website might still be watching. I never went back to that website again. I deleted the browser, erased every tracer from my computer, and tried to forget the entire experience. But the money they sent me, it's still sitting in my bank account, untouched, because every time I look at it, I remember the message they sent me. We know where you live. Maybe it was just a scare tactic, or maybe it was a warning. Either way, one thing is certain. Somewhere on the dark web, people are still posting those job offers, and someone out there is probably accepting them right now.